made me complete, and now I feel defeated. You make me complete, you made me complete.
Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Sallina here. Today, I'm going to be doing something a little different. I wanted to do a video about travel essentials. I'm not going to say I've traveled around the world, I'm a huge world traveler, blah blah blah. I'm not. I've traveled back home a few times and I came up with a few things that I found were some necessary things as a female especially, but a lot of the stuff I'm going to talk to you guys about is not necessary just for females. Just maybe one or two of them, but that I found were necessary for me to know before going back home. For you, back home could be anywhere from Eritrea, Ethiopia, Somalia, Sudan, Djibouti, Nigeria, Tanzania, doesn't matter. This is more of like a generalized African travel essential video. Some things I will say in the video that may be just for Eritrea, just because I know some things that you might need back home that you will have to take with you. Some places that may be a little bit more developed, like Nigeria, may have a lot more things that you may not have to take with you. They probably have it there already. For my experiences, some things you will need to take with you, or you'll need to be mindful about some things you will need. So let's get started, shall we? This is not in any order necessarily, but I came up with a few things that I found I really thought people needed. So the first one, I don't actually have the actual product or thing with me, but you will need a port that is not an American or US port. This is an American US port, as you can see. The ones back home, they use the European style. So those are circular instead of squared, or I guess squared or pointy. They are circular. So you can get an adapter port. I got mine, I left it back home just for them to use, but I got mine from Walmart, and they had one. It was actually kind of cool. Like you press a button and like the different ports would come out. It's kind of cool. It was about $12, so you can check out Walmart. They'll have them at Walmart. In Canada, they might have it at Superstore, Shoppers Drug Mart, anywhere that sells electronics, maybe The Source even, or Best Buy. In the States, maybe Target, Marshalls, I don't know, but for a generalized location, I'd say Walmart. That's where I got mine. It was 12 bucks and it was really cool. You press the button and all the different little ports would come out for the different countries, right? So they had this one, then they had the European one, and they had one more, I can't remember what it was now, but it was about $12 Canadian. So that's number one. I will say though, it depends how much they have of those back home in Eritrea. They may not have too many, but I don't know. I must have been in 2012 when I went back. We completely forgot we needed them, so they kind of gave us one. My cousin he's into the tech world or whatever, so he kind of knows where to find those things, so he was able to retrieve one for us. But yeah, it's better if you take one with you, just so you're not asking around trying to find a plug and like, I need to charge my stuff, I need to find it ASAP. So you're not freaking out. You might as well just take one with you, and you can always leave it there, bring it back with you, so you know you have one for good. So that's number one, big one, because you don't want to be running around trying to find something to charge your stuff with, because I hated that. So the second thing I felt was necessary was, y'all probably thinking, yep, preach, yep, gravel. You will need some gravel or something that will help with nausea, because when you're going on the plane, you know, some people may not have been on the plane before ever in their lives, so it could make them sick, make them nauseous, could give them a headache or whatever, dizziness or whatnot. Saying for back home, for example, in Eritrea. And I know a lot of places in Africa do have roads that are in mountains. That can make you sick as well, because the height of the mountains and driving around, weaving through the mountains will make you sick, because depending on the speed of the driver, that will make you sick. You will feel nauseous, you'll feel dizzy, kind of going around and weaving the mountains and stuff. I remember the first time, was it the first time or the second time? I literally threw up because it was just getting too much to me, because I don't take, you know, fast-paced circular motions too well, so yeah, I threw up. But when I went last time, I made sure to get some gravel with me, and it helped a lot, so get this with you. The next one I thought would be cleansing wipes. So cleansing wipes, or for our females out there, feminine wipes. It could be your time of the month when you are going, so I suggest you take some feminine wipes just in case, because honestly, I'll speak truthfully, some days when you go back home in Eritrea or wherever, I'm speaking on my experiences back home in Eritrea, there may be some days where you're not able to shower. There may not be hot water, or it would be freezing cold water, or there won't be any water at all. You may want to take some feminine wipes just so you're down there is clean and you're not like, because I know as a female it kind of gets uncomfortable, especially when it's not being cleaned. So at least if you're taking some feminine wipes with you, that will help at least kind of keep that area nice and clean, and you don't feel kind of gross walking around, right? Just kind of, you're trying to enjoy your trip. You're not trying to think about you're down there, right? So, and also going past the feminine wipes, the cleansing wipes as well. You can use these on your days where you can't shower. Like I said, you can just kind of use it to wipe your face, kind of get sweat off of you. Use it on your armpits. Also bring some deodorant with you as well. I kind of have that as my next product. Bringing this will definitely help to kind of give yourself a bird bath with wipes, I guess, essentially. So pack those as well. It'll help you a lot. So as I was saying with the cleanser wipes, I was also mentioning deodorant. Take some deodorant with you as well. Not because you have to, but also it's good. You might want to take a smaller version of these. They do have travel size items. That will be my next topic actually. Travel size items, you can probably get them at the dollar store. They have smaller versions of deodorant, but it's good to have them just even on the plane and stuff like that too. Like if you're going to Africa, that's a long flight, especially if you're coming from the United States or if you're coming from Canada. It's a long flight, so at least having deodorant and the cleansing wipes to be able to just kind of clean up after the plane or whatever, or freshen up, sorry. It's good to have those in your purse and whatnot. And then my next one was travel size items. Travel size items are probably life-saving, just because depending on the plane that you're getting on, they have certain weight limits, and they have certain liquid limits too. So how much you can carry on in your bag and whatnot, the sizing of what's in the product. So say for deodorant, like for body sprays or for cream and whatnot, those kinds of items. It's better to take a smaller version and take a whole bunch of those smaller versions as opposed to a big one, because you'll have to look on their website as to what you're allowed to carry. That's just something I've noticed traveling, especially going back home. That's one thing I kind of noticed was be careful what you take, because they will throw away liquids that are too big and too large to be carrying around with you. So if you don't want your products thrown away, save yourself some money and some time and anger and take them in smaller versions. So you can get small little containers at the dollar store or Walmart, or they do have travel sizes already pre-made at Walmart, dollar store, anything like that. You could just kind of throw in your bag and call it a day. Another thing, getting vaccinated before you leave, just because say certain foods that you want to eat but you cannot because your body will not be able to handle it. Getting vaccinated might help with that, just because it's also climate, the weather, all that type of stuff. Your body's not used to what is going on back home. So getting vaccinated will help with like malaria and all that type of stuff. All the bacteria from foods and whatnot, and that your body's just not used to. So getting vaccinated, it's kind of like the flu shot. May or may not prevent it, but it's better to get it done and kind of have that feeling that you're somewhat protected, as opposed to going and saying, okay, good luck, or we're gonna try it out kind of thing. So I would suggest getting vaccinated just to be sure, just to be mindful, and especially for young children, get them vaccinated, please. Or kind of good to know is taking items with you that you feel are too valuable to take with you and potentially lose. So for example, I have these glasses that I just got them not too long ago, but I also have a pair of another glasses that I've had for years. I took those ones as opposed to these ones because these ones are pricier than the ones that I had, but also they have my current prescription in them. So with those old ones, they do still work, but they're not as strong as these ones. So I'm like, you know what, I'd rather take the ones that I've had for years and years and years. If I lose them, oh well, at least I have the ones that I have that I need for right now, and I haven't lost them at all. I still have them and they're good to go. So it could be for anything really. It could be for clothing items, for shoes, for electronics, you know. If you don't want to take your brand new iPhone, you can take an older phone with you and kind of use it on your trip and keep the iPhone or your whatever brand new phone that you have at home. And in case you do lose that one, oh well, you still have your phone with you at home, kind of thing. Same with any other electronics. I understand it's hard to kind of do that just because you might have, you know, you may have just one phone, or you just might have one camera, or you just might have one of something. But with certain things, if you do have more than one of them, try and take whatever is less valuable, quote unquote, to you. Everything has value to it. I'm not saying it doesn't, but to you, what is more valuable for you to lose, and it'll be okay with it, and just say whatever, move on with life. So that was kind of one thing that I just thought of like recently, actually, like 5 minutes ago. Another travel essential I thought would be super important was when you're getting on the plane, long trips and long travels, they will give you blankets, they will give you socks, a little package with some lip balms and whatnot. But it's also good to take your own, because they may or may not have enough supplies for that. Who knows, right? Things could happen and you're stuck stranded and you're like, what the heck, I have a long flight and you're not gonna give me a blanket, or you're not gonna give me this. So to save all that BS, it's better take a sweater with you, an extra sweater just for plane purposes. Take some extra socks with you just for the plane purposes. And the sweater, I find I use for kind of like a pillow. If you don't have those like travel neck pillows or whatnot, bring a sweater with you. It'll act the same way. You can also get those travel neck pillows anywhere really that, you know, that sells stuff like that, sells pillows like Walmart and whatnot. You could probably get them, but if you're running out of time, get yourself a sweater that you have at home already in your closet, and you can use that as a pillow. And you can also bring another one in case sometimes they do crank up the AC. Sometimes, depending on the weather, they will crank up the AC, so it might be a little too cold for you depending on how your body temperature is. Bring another sweater just to kind of keep yourself warm. And if it's summertime you're traveling, so they will crank up the AC, bring some socks as well, extra socks. They will probably give you some socks, especially if you're going on a long trip, but you never know, bring some extra socks with you just in case, right? It's better to have more than nothing at all. Be extra prepared, and bring some nice fuzzy socks, you know, you can wear, you can sleep in them, make yourself comfortable, because you got God knows how many hours in that plane to be traveling to your destination, or to part of your destination to catch another flight to your destination. So with that being said, bring those extra essentials. They will kind of alleviate all that extra, you know, what do I do if I don't have a blanket and cold and whatnot. So yeah, but if I think of any other travel essentials or travel ideas for you guys, I will let you know. I will make another video for that. But if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you give it a big thumbs up and comment down below if you enjoyed it. What are some things you guys take, and what do you guys do while you're, you know, traveling and whatnot? Comment down below if you enjoyed this video as well. Make sure you subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!